Today we're going to go ahead and start this reinforcement. Not a whole lot of work here, but just a little bit of a reinforcement on the bottom side of this trailer here. It's hard to see, but what they've done is they've warped it. They've put something really heavy, really pinpointed on that, not spread out. And that's what happens in a lot of trailers, is that you put a lot of weight in a concentrated area, and that naturally starts kind of moving things, especially once you start driving. You may not notice a whole lot of damage being done as you're sitting still, but the damage comes from the obvious, shock force of hitting bumps and the overall vibration of that constantly shaking on top of whatever is holding it up. And in this case, it was a 3/16, looks like 4x4 angle. So it may be 3x3, I could be wrong. But that's pretty much what we're looking at here. The damage was a result of that. Even though it was over axle, sometimes those axles are taking the load onto the channel. So this is made a channel. They're taking the load off the channel. But the problem with that is that obviously the weight met the cross member first, and now the cross member's been bent. So we're going to put in a 3-inch channel, and we're going to rock and roll. Let's go. So you can kind of see the bow right there, and we're going to be putting that piece I just cut right between these two axles. All right, so what's happening is we're under the trailer, and what we got going on here is basically we got this kind of pushing up against the center where the weight obviously bowed it, and what we're going to continuously do is kind of keep on putting pressure on it. It's kind of a pain in the butt to get a good angle under here. I was hoping to get a little bit more for you guys on this end, but it's just not really looking that way. But I'll still try to do the weld out for you no matter what. This is getting done here. I have to weld out in the next few minutes, but yeah, that's what we're doing, so stay tuned. Well, guys, that was a little bit harder than I thought it was going to turn into. It turned into kind of a mess. But we got it. We got it up in there. The sag is minorly fixed, but the thing about this is it's not here to fix the sag. It's here to prevent future sagging. So that's a good thing. Fixing the sag is two different jobs. Just know that if you're quoting out these works, that if you're going to put in a cross member, just make sure they understand that if you're fixing the sag on that trailer, okay, compared to just adding in support so it doesn't sag anymore, two different things. One's more money, one is just, hey, we're going to get this back up and rolling. So that being said, 7018, let's go ahead and learn a lesson from this. 7018 is to be kept in a rod locker. I did not do it. It is an absolute fundamental rule. And I know somebody's out there being like, Logan, you're supposed to keep it in the rod locker. How are you supposed to be using it if it's not in your rod locker? I get it, dude. Okay, you're probably a pipe fitter. You're probably a boiler maker. You're probably one of those guys that are like, I walked into my hall as a journeyman. Be quiet, nerd. Okay, nobody wants to hear your crap. Nobody wants to hear, I messed up. Mistakes were made. The rods are getting tossed. But let me tell you something. That does not mean that I did not do my best on that. And I know it ain't coming out because that's one heck. We had to jam it in there with hammers. Okay, we had to beat her in there. We had to do all kinds of stuff to make sure it's good and stout. When I dropped it, the sag come out just a little bit, and I'm not unhappy about it. So that being said, guys, thank you. If you're feeling squirrely and you like the content or you like everything about it, subscribe. I will be having a little gift for the subscribers I have, which ain't much. But I'm going to invest in you guys because you guys are investing in me, and I appreciate you all. At the minimum, please try to follow, and if you need anything, call me. I mean, I'm a fabricator by trade, so 513-267-6666. Thank you guys for everything, and I will be in contact with you. I'll see you.